Is this an exciting time for you with the Olympics? How much do you find yourself in your busy schedule trying to watch it, being a former Olympian?
It's so much fun. I think being a fan now, I actually really enjoy watching from my couch, not having to be the one doing it, what it takes to get there. But it's always really fun. I'm such an Olympics fan now, especially. It's crazy with the time changes. A couple times I've woken up and really, really early to watch, and then other times I've just kind of waited for the results when I wake up. But it's generally just so fun. I think I love the way people just get so excited about our sport of gymnastics in the Olympics. And it's really cool to see the growth and how every 4 years, it's like the spark of energy around our sport.
I know there's been a lot of storylines. We can talk about Simone in a minute, but you had Suni Lee who won a gold medal, and then you've got Jade won a gold medal, and then the other girl won a silver medal. But there's been so many fun storylines of just stepping up with adversity, and how cool is that, knowing you've been in their shoes before, that they kind of get to carry on that legacy and win some medals.
It's very cool. I think the Olympics for the gymnastics especially hasn't gone the way everyone anticipated. I think if they would have asked, they would have said, Jade's going to win on vault and Suni's going to win on bars and Simone's going to win the all around. And it's been nothing like that, but it's been amazing nonetheless. So I think that tends to be how the Olympics goes. It's always unexpected, but there's always really, really cool victories and special moments for everyone involved. And again, I watch and I get really emotional just seeing the highs and the lows, because there have been both. Because you know how hard it is just to get there and how hard it is to continue competing for as long as they're competing. And but I'm really proud of the way they've represented USA and gone out and handled that adversity with such poise and class.
There's an opportunity if Suni Lee decides to come back to Auburn, that you guys compete against her this year. I mean, that's a very unusual circumstance and a really cool one, an opportunity for your girls.
Yeah, absolutely. I think already we have 2 regular season competitions against Auburn, one with Auburn coming to Arkansas, and then another one we're going to be at Elevate the Stage in Alabama against Auburn. So I think that's just only exciting. I think it'll draw a massive crowd and it'll make the competition really fun. It'll challenge our team to step up their game a little bit, knowing they've got some star power. But I think generally it's only going to be awesome for these gold medalists and Olympians to come into the NCAA and compete in NCAA gymnastics. I think, now with NIL, that wasn't possible before. So it's very cool to see the way it's going to be cool to see the way that'll affect our season.
And now focusing kind of on Simone Biles and the storyline that has been built around her and her having to take herself out of competition for some mental health things and the support that she's gotten. I know that you as a gymnast know exactly what it's like to be mentally ready and physically ready. And I know you talked to that about that with your girls. What are your thoughts on how Simone has handled the decisions she's had to make and how hard those decisions truly are as an athlete?
Yeah, I mean, I really can't imagine just how difficult that decision was for Simone to make. But when you say, twisties, every gymnast in the whole world knows what you're talking about, because we've all experienced it at one point or another. And, my heart breaks for her that it happened to affect her on the biggest stage there possibly could be at the Olympics. But I think at the end of the day, she thought about her team and she wanted to make sure that they were still able to finish the competition and be on that medal podium. And she didn't trust that she was going to be able to help them do that. So while that was probably an extremely difficult decision, I think it was a wise one just for her own personal safety, and for the team as well. And I think it's a really great lesson for all of us, even non-gymnasts, to learn that sometimes, some things, your mental health can top everything else. And I think to be able to take a step back and take care of herself was a hard decision, but I think it was the right decision for her. And I'm really proud that she made that decision.
And as a former gymnast yourself, Simone Biles doesn't lose the GOAT title that she
No, she doesn't. I think everybody knows she's the best of all time, even if she doesn't compete at the Olympics this round. She still is Simone Biles, and there will never be another Simone Biles. So I think everybody knows that.